Okay. I just want to make sure I sound good. Yes, I know the sound's muted. I'll turn it back on in a minute. I just want to make sure that I sound good first. Okay, now if I turn these on, let's see how I sound. Okay, it didn't really change anything. Okay, let's do this then. Ooh. Okay, let's see if I'm audible. I think I'm audible. Okay, let's do this then. I have not done anything on here. There we go. Miss Meal. Miss Meal. Huh? Do you recall what you said earlier? About when you answered some service calls as we were departing from Zangfa? You said that Mr. Hicks was sitting in his seat at that time. However, that is simply not possible. Because Mr. Hicks was dead long before we ever touched down in Zangfa. Miss Cammy Meal.
Maybe I didn't see what I thought I did?
No one could mistake so large, Miss Meal. Yes, I know I missed that totally. 100%. Give me 2 seconds. Ow. Let's do this.
But I make that kind of boo-boo all the time. This is going nowhere.
There must be a bit. Oh wait. Oh, I gave her a German accent.
This is going nowhere. There must be a better way of resolving this contradiction.
Very well. Miss Meal, if you please tell me about your alibi during the time span. From just before we were to land, at 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Are you telling me I'm a suspect, Mr. Edgeworth?
Okay, do this.
From 3 to 4, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self. Yeah. And from 5 to 6, I was, in the flight attendant's room all by my lonesome self.
How is a man supposed to react to a testimony like that? Miss Meal, wake up! She fell asleep again. It looks like the only way I'm going to be able to wake her up is by pressing her. Do this.
Yeah.
I know I probably don't need to do this, but I'm going to anyway. Oh, wrong button.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, wake up!
I'm awake.
Why is she so tired? I mean, I get that's like the joke, but...
Miles Edgeworth, I demand that you do something about this flight attendant this instant.
Why ask me to wake her when you can finally put that whip to an appropriate use?
Hold it!
If I remember correctly, food was being served in first class in the lounge between the hours of 3 and 4.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff's run by Miss Rhoda.
Then what were you doing in the attendance room at that time?
Eating and then having a most delicious dream.
You mean you were neglecting your duties?
No way. Sleeping's part of our job, you know. Yeah.
Hold it!
Miss Meal, how many times do I have to repeat myself? Wake up!
I'm awake.
Francisca. Ah, what do you want me for, sir?
Oh, what did I miss?
A poor detective being on the receiving end of a lash in your stead.
Really? Sorry about that.
You can make amends for that by continuing with your testimony.
Hold it!
So you were alone the entire time, were you?
Yeah, no one else even popped their head in to say hi.
Oh, well, I think a contradiction just popped in to say hi. What should I do? Should I raise an objection? Miss Meal, there's a clear contradiction embedded in your testimony.
What are you talking about?
It's not possible that you were alone in the attendance room the whole time from 5 to 6 a.m. Okay, let's see. Oh! Bingo.
Take that!
I wonder if you would be so kind to take a look at this receipt, Miss Meal.
Receipt for what?
For the suitcase Miss Taniero bought. Now, if I may direct your attention to the timestamp, as you can see, it clearly says 5:40 a.m., Miss Taniero.
Yes. Why is the killer here? I thought you'd have locked her up by now.
I requested that she be present as a witness so that we may straighten out your complex lie. Now then, Miss Taniero, between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m., you took a trip from first class down to the first floor in the in-flight shop, correct?
Yes, I went there to buy a shop. I went to the shop to buy a suitcase. After which, I went straight to the attendance room to drop it off.
And did you see Miss Meal there at the time?
No.
So, Miss Meal, were you really between the hours of 5 and 6? Miss Cammy Meal.
The bathroom?
I'll be the one that asks the questions here.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I probably just missed her. Nature calls, you know?
You take me for a fool. That's a little too convenient to be true.
It's the truth. Cross my heart.
I don't have enough conclusive proof to counter-argue here at this stage.
You don't believe me, do you? But please, won't you give me a chance and hear me out?
Hurry up.
Look, I know you're suspecting me because I'm one of the crew. But you think then maybe you should also suspect Miss Rhoda too. She's the one in charge of the elevator keycard in the shop, you know. If you ask me, that makes her super suspicious.
Please leave Miss Taniero out of this conversation. Only you are under suspicion for now.
I don't get it. Why are you covering for Miss Rhoda all of a sudden? Oh, now I get it. Maybe you've got your eye on Miss Rhoda.
Of course I'm keeping an eye on her. I can't very well let her escape, can I?
Never mind. But you want to know something? Miss Rhoda actually kinda I have absolutely no interest in people who can't appreciate my sense of design.
Now is not the time for this sort of talk.
Hold it!
No, it's not the only reason I have for suspecting you. Your statements regarding Mr. Hicks also turned out to be a bunch of lies.
But say I wasn't an attendant, you wouldn't suspect me then, would you?
Yes, I suppose that's true enough.
Hold it!
She's already being detained for further questioning, or have you already been forgotten?
Oh yeah, I guess I just forgot.
Cammy, don't tell me you suspect me too.
Sorry, can't help it. I mean, other than you, there's no one else who could have done it.
I can't believe you would think that. I mean, me, a killer?
Miss Meal, what did you mean by just now by no one else could have done it?
Hold it!
And what are you in charge of, Miss Meal?
I take care of the attendance room.
That doesn't count.
But I spent so much time in there. Might as well be my responsibility.
Mr. Edgeworth, Cammy is very talented in languages. So she assists passengers who may not speak English. Especially those who speak Borginian.
I cannot pronounce that for the life of me.
He is the only one on this flight who is fluent.
Oh, you mean that kind of what am I in charge of? Why didn't you say so in the first place?
What else could I have meant?
Yeah, so I'm really good in
I'm not. She's fluent in Then I suppose you're in charge of processing documents?
Yeah, I take care of anything that has to do with that language.
Hello. Very interesting. Funnily enough, I was playing Hollow Knight just before this. Okay.
Hold it!
Actually, your on-the-job behavior makes you super suspicious in my eyes.
But why?
While Miss Teniero is busy with the passengers and all of her other duties, you have a lot of free time on your hands, thus providing you with ample time to commit the crime.
Miles Edgeworth, I demand you cease and desist in this line of conjectural questioning. I won't allow you to bluff your way through this like a certain defense lawyer.
Ugh, but I do honestly believe I do not honestly believe Miss Meal has any actual work aboard this flight.
Oh, that's not true, Mr. Edgeworth, although, well...
Hold it!
So what exactly do you do as the one in charge of some stuff?
I do stuff like translating things from and into
I cannot pronounce that for the life of me.
Cammy is the only member of the crew who understands.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Meal, I take it then that your job is to process all of the... Is it Virginian paperwork?
Yeah, see, I totally pull my weight around here.
So it would appear. Perhaps I should ask her a few more details about her work and... Miss Meal, it's very unladylike to push suspicion onto someone else.
That's not what I'm doing at all. I'm just saying that Miss Rhoda is very sus.
There you go, pushing everything onto her again.
I don't get what you're saying. It must be an abstract concept, huh?
The only thing abstract here is the landscape inside your head. Okay. Okay. Save. True. I'm guessing...
Hold it!
That was the wrong button. Oops. There's something that's going... Wait. Oh, all board... Oh! Oh. Hold on. Knew it.
Objection!
So you are the only one in this flight crew that speaks Borginian? Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I studied abroad in Virginia for a while.
If that's the case, then the signature on this document belongs to you, doesn't it? This is a falsified piece of documentation with only one purpose: to lead anyone who read it to believe that Mr. LeBlanc's statue was loaded in Europe. The only person who could have committed either prepared or processed this document in Virginian is you, Miss Meal. Without your participation, the smuggling of the Aleph Red could not have occurred. Don't sleep while I'm putting my finger at you!
Oh, I wouldn't dream of falling asleep on you, Mr. Edgeworth. It's exactly as you say.
Wait, she has pupils now. Hold on, I think I need to change my voice.
It's exactly as you say.
Are you confessing to having participated in the smuggling?
No, far from it. It's true that I was the one who signed off on that document. But you can't use that fact alone to make your allegation of smuggling stick. There's no direct correlation after all. All you have is my signature on a piece of paper.
Really? All you did was sign it?
I neglected to check if the cargo had been loaded onto the plane properly. So sorry about that.
It seems that she's finally woken up. This is going to be one tough fight.
Suppose. And this is just a supposition. Even if I was involved in the smuggling, you can't throw the charge of murder on me just like that. If you were involved in the smuggling, you would have had this strong motive to kill. Agent Hicks was in the middle of an investigation regarding a smuggling ring. And just when he was about to close in, he's killed by a member of that ring. Well, did you ever stop to think that maybe Rhoda is a smuggling ring member? After all, unlike me, Rhoda has access to many things on this plane for work purposes.
So perhaps there is some element of a setup at play in this case.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry, I wasn't talking about you, I meant the killer. First, it was myself, and now it's Miss Teniero who's under the microscope. Seems to me our killer is going to great lengths to pin the crime on anyone they can.
You have no proof that Rhoda is being set up or that she isn't.
Actually, I believe she was indeed the intended target from the very beginning. I believe the plan was to push all of the blame for the crime on her. And this evidence will prove my suspicions.
Take that!
The killer could have hidden the body anywhere, but they chose the suitcase. Why is that? Perhaps it was to move the body from the lower deck to the first floor. However, why go through the trouble to do so? The only way all of these actions make sense is if the killer had wanted to frame Mr. Teniero for the murder. Miss Teniero buys a suitcase on every flight she works without fail. But should her suitcase be switched with one containing the victim's body, that would put her in a very tight spot. Unfortunately for the killer, the turbulence put an end to that plan. There wasn't enough time to put the body back into the suitcase. Ergo, they made do with whoever was at hand, adapted that plan, and tried to frame me as I lay unconscious on the floor from the turbulence. The killer then went to hide the suitcase in the in-flight shop, and brought the piggy bank back to the elevator in order to fabricate a false weapon. A lot of work for a fruitless endeavor, wouldn't you agree?
Sounds like the killer had a tough time too, huh? I mean, why did the killer need to frame someone that badly anyway?
That is because of the special circumstances surrounding this particular case. Who the victim was, I think. The killer was at a loss of what to do with Agent Hicks' body, but as it just so happens, there was a bunch of empty suitcases nearby. Being a skinny man, the killer thought to put his body in the suitcase and hand it off.
You mean the whole part of the plan was to frame someone who has elaborate coincidence?
No, that's not what I said. You've wrongly deduced my meaning, Miss Meal.
The only one with the wrong deductions is you. Think before you speak again.
What? That wasn't it? Okay. Where the murder took place. Because if it's underground, then it limits who it is. The special circumstance is simply that the murder took place on a plane mid-flight. No matter which country, customs is quite strict in this day and age. So no matter what you do, the chances that the body will be found is very high. Therefore, there was no choice but to frame either Miss Tenero or myself. In other words, the only one who fits within the boundaries of the criminal's movements is not Miss Tenero or myself, but you, Miss Camille. Only you and you alone can be the killer.
And... Are you done already? I was about to fall asleep again. Anyway, let's be honest here. You don't have anything on me other than a whole lot of circumstantial evidence.
Here we go. I see the outline of how the murder occurred, but I have no definitive evidence. And isn't there a piece of evidence that's still unaccounted for? The murder weapon. Oh wait, no. Yeah, the phone. Thing. The phone, right?
Take that!
It has to be the phone. That's the only thing left. I accidentally mispressed it, didn't you? Yeah, I accidentally. Okay, I meant to click on the phone. Yeah, the phone's still unaccounted for.
Take that!
I don't have any actual evidence.
I thought not.
But that's because it went missing and still is.
Missing? What do you mean by that?
Okay, I'm gonna pause the voice for a minute.
Where did you find the phone?
I found it in the flight attendant's room, in Miss Teniero's locker.
What? But
Rhoda Teniero.
I don't know anything about the phone. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Miss Von Karma, was it? I suggest you arrest Miss Rhoda Teniero right away.
Objection!
Wait, I have a theory. This is related to the incident with the key card. When the killer went to steal the key card, they conveniently stashed the cell phone in Miss Teniero's locker at the same time.
This is related to the keycard, alright.
In the same way that we have zero proof that the killer just did that.
The only voice that sings the truth is evidence. Is that the one word that we cannot ignore?
What should I do? Francisca's right. I can't offer baseless conjectures at this point. Alright then. Why did the culprit take the cell phone from Agent Hicks? Okay, feeling we're about to go into logic right now. He must have something very incriminating on or in it.
Hold it!
What's now, Miles Edgeworth?
It's not over yet. We have yet to figure out why the killer took the phone.
What?
Inside his phone lies the final piece of incriminating evidence that will point us to our killer. Do this. To think of it, I wonder, how exactly was Agent Hicks planning to preserve the crime scene of the smuggling? Francisca, I need to confirm something. This cell phone, can it take pictures? Mr. Edgeworth, I can't believe you don't know about this kind of basic stuff, sir.
This looks like a very similar model to my own. And mine can take photos just fine.
Do you think Agent Hicks could have taken some pictures with this? In particular, pictures as evidence for smuggling? If so, I'd say there may be some very inconvenient photos in here for our killer smuggler. But the phone's all busted up, sir.
Even a super prosecutor can't repair a broken phone.
Find a way, don't worry about that.
I go back to sleep now.
Objection!
The LCD screens on the inside and outside are broken, that's for sure. But that's also reason enough to believe that the killer wasn't able to erase the data.
What? What do you mean by that, Francisca?
It looks like our killer wasn't very familiar with electronics. This phone still rang when I called it, meaning that only the LCD screens are broken. It's possible that the photos are still there inside, waiting to be accessed. All we needed to do is transfer the data to my phone.
Francisca, your phone, if you please.
Very well. It's transferring. Alright, display it now.
The box is not there.
Agent Hicks was most certainly trying to obtain some evidence for his smuggling case.
Hey, the olive thread's nowhere in this picture.
But this has no meaning on the piece of evidence in this murder case, right?
She's right. There's not much we can do to find out from this Agent Hicks killer, Sarah. Is this it? Is this the end? Is there really nothing in this photo that we can use? Okay. Hold on. Can I look at my evidence? Yeah, okay, good. Yep, I know. to run away from death by the skin. It's by one's teeth, but whatever. Yeah, what is that? I was wondering that too. Oh, they're a cargo ship from Virginia to Zangfa. So the reason they aren't here now is that they were dropped off in Zangfa? Mr. LeBlanc, can you tell me the contents of the boxes? Unfortunately, there's no English written on them anywhere. One cluster of boxes is written in Borginian. It says, blah, 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 blah. It is cloth in English. Cloth. What? What is for that scary face? Miss Meal.
Yeah.
It appears that Agent Hicks was no ordinary investigator. He left us with a piece of evidence after all. A striking piece that will point to who the killer is.
Ah. Maybe you shouldn't force your mistaken reading of a simple picture, Mr. Edgeworth.
The Burgundian cargo and this piece of evidence will be, Yeah, the murder would have had to have happened before the transfer. Because that box would have had the cloth in it, and so because of the blood on the ground, they would have needed to wipe it up with something, and so the cloth from the boxes is what was used to wipe up the blood. Okay.
Take that!
And this was supposed to prove?
The killer used this piece of cloth to wipe up the blood they had spilt. But there was one thing that bothered me this whole time. Where did it come from? And now I finally found my answer to this very photo. The cargo that was unloaded in Zangfa had cloth written on it. In Borginian, that is. And this is where the killer grabbed the piece from to clean up the blood with. And Meal is the only one that can understand Borginian. And the only crew member that fits that description is you, Miss Cammy Meal.
Ha, it's pretty flimsy. The killer probably searched through all the boxes looking for something to use. You're frantic. You don't care if the box is in English or Borginian.
Sorry, but I cannot agree with your assessment of the killer's indiscriminate nature.
What?
There was no need for the killer to tear through the boxes at random at all. And if the killer supposedly could not comprehend Borginian, well then... Logically, the killer would have opened this box first.
Take that!
Hey, it says bedsheets in English right on the box there. Precisely. And the bedsheets would be perfect for cleaning up blood, wouldn't they?
So what are you trying to say?
If I were the criminal, this box of bedsheets would have been what I would have spotted first.
However, the killer chose to use some Borginian cloth. Do you have an explanation for that?
The killer didn't want anyone to know that the real scene of the crime was this cargo hold, so they were afraid to leave signs that the box for the sheets had been opened. However, the Borginian cloth, well, that's a horse of a different color.
Because the killer knew that it was going to be unloaded in the Republic of Zangfa.
That's right. That's why the Borginian cloth was used. And the only Borginian reader on board who could make such a calculated decision is you, Miss Cammy Meal. You and you alone. It would be very easy for us to confirm if any of the boxes were resealed. All we would have to do is contact the Zangfa authorities in time. We may even find other evidence to incriminate our killer within those boxes. So, what do you say, Miss Meal? Why not confess to the crime here and now? Or would you rather wait and see what we find out from our investigation in Zangfa? There's the breakdown.
He was couldn't stop him. I brought him here. He started taking pictures. I couldn't be found out. I was scared. I was in trouble. Hi.
How about see post breakdown, Cammy? Ow.
We finished making all the arrangements to take the suspect in, sir.
Very good, detective. What about the smuggling route? Did she say anything about that?
They're taking her to precinct now. Hopefully we can get more out of her there. Whenever we even approached the topic, she just started foaming at the mouth. It was scary, sir.
She probably wasn't prepared to commit a murder all of a sudden. One thing for sure, that the ring behind this whole mess means serious business. It looks like there's a lot more to this case than meets the eye. Hi, Miss Denier.
Mr. Edgeworth. I just wanted to say how much I appreciate everything you did. Thank you very much.
It was nothing. In fact, I should be the one thanking you for your cooperation.
But truly, if it wasn't for you, I might not be here right now. Instead, I can continue to serve our passengers as a flight attendant. I hope that, well, please accept this as a token of my appreciation.
That's...
I see, you don't have to thank me too.
No, I mean, I would never turn down a lady's generous offer.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure it will serve you well. And remember, we here at GoU Airlines are always ready to serve, Mr. Edgeworth.
Thank you, I'll keep that in mind.
Now I must bid you farewell. May all your skies be blue no matter where you go.
Can't believe we wound up investigating this whole day, sir. Boy, it was fun.
Speak for yourself. My day was filled with earthquakes, elevators, and false charges. By the way, where's Francisca? Oh, she's, filling out some customs paperwork for her departure. Departure?
Yeah, Miss Von Karma's always really busy, sir. She's been flying from country to country to chase down some leads regarding her case.
Detective, can you cancel the car I had you reserve earlier?
You got it, sir.
Hey, Francisca. Francisca?
I thought I told you when I first landed I have no time for idle chatter.
I have no intention of wasting your time. However, it has been a while since we last met.
I also have no time for such familiar reminiscence. Just who you think I am.
You are Francisca Von Karma, a very proud prosecutor deserving of much respect.
Only a little while ago, I was but a wretched mutt who was always losing to you. Attempting, Harriet. Living her life in the name of fame and her invincible father built.
True, your father, Manfred Von Karma, didn't lose a single case for 40 years as a prosecutor. However, I wouldn't say he was invincible.
What are you talking about? The group I'm on the trail of is a little more troublesome at most. The smuggling route we found this time is only one sliver of a big picture.
Oh, sliver. Sounds like a dangerous assignment.
You really don't have to worry. I can take care of myself.
Yes, I suppose you can.
Plus, there's another agent on this case with me.
Oh, another agent.
He's a star among Interpol agents. He has the highest success of...
Okay. I can already tell the highest successful arrest rate that he's going to be a criminal.
Who knows, you may even run into it one day.
Still caught in this one case. I hardly see why we would cross paths.
I suppose. But I doubt he would say the same.
I'm not following you.
You'll understand soon enough. The flight was only just begun, Miles Edgeworth. I'll be back in this country soon enough. And when I am, you can be sure I'll pay you back in full.
I can't tell if that was a threat.
And just like that, she's gone, huh, sir? Thank goodness. I can finally rest easy knowing I won't have to watch out for her with.
Detective Gumshoe, I want to thank you for all your help and cooperation. Oh, is Gumshoe going to get a raise finally? Aww. What? Okay. And then, okay, that makes sense. Phone call? Edward speaking. Okay, I'm not gonna do a voice because I can't tell who this is. Ernesto Mondo? I don't recognize that name. Ernesto Mondo. Who is that? It's been less than an hour, so I guess I'll keep going. Let's do this. Oh shoot. Ah, whatever. How many chapters are there? 4, 5. Okay, so this is the first one. I'm not looking at I'm just trying to figure something out. Oh! Oh, there's only 2 games. Okay. Okay, so there's 10 episodes total, it looks like? Ah. Oh, hey, it's a suitcase. Oh, thought I'd never have to see that thing ever again. Why do I have a feeling that that's Larry? Hmm? Okay. Let me use deep voice. I'm his representative, Miles Edward. Are you a cop? No, I'm a prosecutor. I know what you're wondering, and yes, I have brought the ransom money with me.
I see. In that case, bring the money with you to the stadium.
Okay. I hate the Blue Badger so much. Why? Why the Blue Badger? Edward speaking.
Next, come to the haunted house.
And just how long do you tend to have wander around for?
That's for me to decide. You don't have much of a choice here, my friend.
I suppose not.
I've arrived. Go inside.
They're okay. Okay. What a dismal place. Is that a body?
That's it. Go through those doors.
Am I being watched from somewhere? Yeah, I was wondering that too.
Leave the money and go. Now.
I was hoping for an exchange, but maybe I should do as they say for now and not push it. I couldn't catch even a glimpse of the kidnapper. Perhaps I should keep an eye on this haunted house until police backup arrived. Do I have control now? Nope. Oh. That's terrifying. Enter through the bathroom. It was a trap. Wait, that was a sword. How do you not get seriously injured by that? Alright, guy betrayed. No, can't be. Okay, hold on. Who is what are they talking about? I can't move my body. I fear I may faint again. Okay, so how seriously injured did Edward get? Oh. Why is he tied up? Where am I? How long was I out? It wasn't raining like it is now when I made the drop-off. This was supposed to be a simple affair. So why have I been taken hostage? Well, I can only assume Detective Gumshoe lost sight of me at some point. The only reason I agreed to the drop-off man was because of that phone call. From Mr. Ernest de Monte, the director of the powerful... Okay, so I do need to give him a different voice. Hold on. Can I see profiles? Nope. Okay, I got it. Okay, there's age 51. Okay, so he's not that old. I know that Lance is already in his 20s, but I guess some things you never grow out of. I can't sit around waiting for someone to come help me. I must escape somehow. Okay. Who are you? Are you one of the kidnappers?
A kidnapper, me? No way, I'm no such into petty crimes. Nope, I'm after something much, much bigger.
I must be worn out from today's ordeal. focus, Miles.
Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. Sorry about that.
I'm trying to make her sound like energetic.
Even in the depths of night, when no other bird dares to take flight, one alone soars to shine the light of righteousness on the world's blight. And that one is me, for I am the great thief to Yatakarasu.
Great thief. And did he really just need to be the Yatakarasu?
Oh, but my real name is Kei Ferre. You can call me Kei, okay? Good. Glad that's settled.
Not quite. I have a mountain of questions for you. But first, if you would be so kind as to remove these ropes.
I wonder, did I remove them? I was actually having a lot of fun watching you make those silly faces. Hey, there's no get all mad and icy glare at me, you know?
You?
This rope goes through here, and there you go.
What a relief. I owe my thanks.
Ah, it's okay. You can pay me back in full later.
Now then, what question should I start with? Unfortunately, I can already tell nothing is going to be easy with this cheeky girl. Okay. Okay, so then sa Amano.
I get it. You think that a young lady like me couldn't possibly be such a big-time thief, right?
That's not the part I have a tough time believing.
I'm the real, genuine Yatakarasu, you know? Yep, I'm a pure-blooded great thief. It's a little something I inherited from my predecessor.
In that case, you wouldn't mind if I arrested you then, right?
What? Of course I would, right? I haven't stolen anything yet. Seriously, I don't know how you could say such a horrible thing. Your savior.
That's true. Technically, she hasn't stolen anything in front of me. Yet. Okay, Yatakarasu. When you say you're the Yatakarasu, do you mean you are the Yatakarasu?
Yep. The most righteous of all righteous, the legendary great thief. But I inherited the title only recently. So I haven't had a chance to steal anything yet. That was the second Yatakarasu.
Okay. I was not aware that thieves pass down their titles like that.
Don't worry, I've got some big plans in the works.
Big plans, huh? They wouldn't happen to lead to a big arrest, would they?
I knew it. There's no reasoning with a prosecutor.
Not the problem here.
I'll have you know that Yatakarasu has no interest in stealing petty trinkets. There's only one thing and only one thing I want to steal.
Only one thing, and what would that be?
But that's gonna have to wait until we find our way out of here.
Well, at least there is one thing we agree on. We shall have plenty of time later to learn more about you.
So you never told me what your name is, Mr. Prosecutor?
I guess not. I'm Miles Ed.
Ah, now I remember.
How can you remember something I just told you with surest cheery? Alright, Mr. Edgeworth.
Alright, Mr. Edwards, let's get out of here.
Can you try and pick up? Yeah. That's about where I thought that was going. It would seem that we are locked in from the other side.
What? No way. I don't hear you. La la la.
Let's do this. Hey, what is this? Oh. Come on. Okay.
Okay, so obviously, whoever the kidnapper is had access to this room, so they work for the park. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If 7 of them are in use, then... and there's only supposed to be one of each out in the park, then where... are they? Let's see. Sorry, sir, I'm such a failure. I hadn't lost sight of you. Detective, we don't have time for this. Have the police set up a perimeter right now. You don't have to worry about that, sir. I already got the boys working on that. But in doing that, I sorta, what's wrong, detective? Do I have, yep. I can't really give this character a voice until I know what they look like. A pleasure to speak with you, Mr. Edgeworth. I've heard a great deal about you. So what exactly is an Interpol agent like yourself involved in a domestic kidnapping case? Don't put details. The crime's a crime, whether it's on local or global scale. Besides, you're the one who's in a world of trouble. And why would you say that? Long says, the pack that runs together stays together. You catch my drift? What? You cause quite a ruckus by running blindly into a situation and then getting caught. Should have contacted the police from the very beginning. Sorry that this happened because of the last judgment. However, I humbly request that you please help me out of here post-haste. Sorry, no can do. What? We're hunting the kidnapper now, and I haven't even gotten any hands to spare. As I said, my pack moves as one. You're the one who wanted to go it alone, so good luck to you, Mr. Prosecutor. Oh, and once we do catch the kidnapper, rest assured we'll come find you, eventually. You... Ow. Okay, let's see what we got. We're... Oh. I see. I see. Oh. Oh. On. Oh, the beam. Okay. Yeah, it's underneath this blue tarp. I can already tell.
You know, I already tried and there's no way I can jump to the hook from the window.
Come on, even you have to admit when something's
It's not possible.
I was talking to suggest that again. Rather, it's here for a different purpose.
Really? Like what?
As you saw in the adjacent room, it's clearly for keeping a floor panel propped up. Which means that there should be a panel in this room that we can open as well.
Oh, I get it.
We didn't notice its existence all the time because it was being hidden by this tarp.
Alright then, let's fill this thing up and see what's underneath.
Now this is what I call treasure. Oh,
Now this is what I call a treasure.
oh wait. Sorry, I just realized. Ow. Fine. I should have stayed for that. How far back did it send? Oh. Let's do this. Oh. I see. So I need to unlock it with a tiny key. Oh, whoops. Whatever. Oh. Oh. Yay! Wild West area. It looks like it stopped raining for now.
Yeah, I think they're gonna. You have no idea how hard it was when it was raining earlier.
Or how hard it was raining earlier. Enjoy, North. I'm so glad to see you managed to escape, sir. I'm so stressed that I thought my heart was gonna get out. Detective Gumshoe, may I ask what in the world that is?
Well, that's
Count off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shifu. Ah. Oh, those are glasses. Oh, I thought that was a scar. Agent Lang. Tina. Give it. I cannot. I don't know what voice to give him. I'm trying to think of like a motorcycle voice. Ah. Okay, that makes sense. Agent Lang, why exactly is an Interpol agent involved with this clearly domestic case? That's none of your business, Mr. Prosecutor. No, that's not a good voice. I've heard a rumor or two about you. You solved a murder that occurred during your flight home recently, right? But you sure took a while just to arrest one little flight attendant. How pathetic. How dare you say that? The comedic relief comes to the end of his mouth for Hakusei. Look, what I'm getting at is if I had been there, no one would have died. I would have solved the entire case and Agent Hicks would still be with us here today. Agent Lang knew yesterday's victim Agent Hicks. Hicks was like a brother to me, so now I'm out to take my revenge.
Not so fast!
Not so fast. This isn't your neatly trimmed courtroom of Eden, you know. You're out in the wilderness now, Mr. Prosecutor, and out of your league. No hard feelings, but why don't you go back to your courtroom route, pretty boy? You dare mock the court? I do, and I don't need the help of a filthy prosecutor. Sorry, but the truth doesn't need the likes of you to distort it today. Who uses the adjective filthy to describe a prosecutor? And why do I feel such an intense loathing emanating from him? Oh, emanating. Alright, man, good job on the perimeter around the Gatewater land. Now, just find the kidnapper and bring Punk to me. Dismissed. Sir. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, you just sit right here and don't cause any trouble, understand? Wait. Mr. Edgeworth. It's been a while since I last met someone so disagreeable. Phoenix Wright, maybe. Why, of all places, did you show up here and completely out of the blue like that? I suppose I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe to fill me in on that. Okay, control again. Spin. I can spin. Is there anything I can examine? Oh, that's the wrong button. Not particularly. Okay. Got cats. I laid out behind a clear browser is heavy. Ow. Okay, can I talk to you? Oh. I swear one of these is going to have Larry in it. I swear. Did they really have to use the exact music? Cactus. This cactus is very gracious gift to Gatewater land from the local police. That, honestly, dedication. It's an empty barrel. Yeah. Is that a rope? Okay.
soothing 10 minutes sitting for only $100. Alright, I'm able. Do you have a different talk? Wait. What? Oh. Ah. Those tire tracks are going the wrong way. They must have come from here and gone outwards, or gone outwards and coming here. I am going to hazard a guess that whatever the vehicle was is still in. Actually, I'm gonna call it for now. We shall return to this on a different day, because I'm not really feeling it today. Okay, have a good day.